repackage the old and call it new or something like that. So currently leaving work right now, and earlier today, throughout the day, sometime I was kind of thinking throughout the day a little bit is how like companies with either products or services, whatever it may be, basically I've noticed a trend which is not new, but I want to talk about it regardless, and it's that so often companies just repurpose the same product and call it new, and people just buy it again and again, because one thing I was particularly thinking of, so back in high school and when I was younger a little bit, I used to play a bunch of video games, specifically Call of Duty, and the way that franchise as a whole works is there's like 3 different game developers, and every single year one of those game developers makes a new Call of Duty, and over time they've changed, better or for worse. That's up to the consumer to decide, but well, actually no, I think in a lot of aspects they have gotten worse over time. It doesn't matter though, I don't play it anymore, but I was noticing how every single year when the new next game comes out, all of like the YouTubers and people who make videos on it will basically, it's the same cycle over and over and over again for the last like 6 years, because all of the newer Call of Duties have been the same, like more or less, and people just don't like that. But that's like kind of, I don't know, that whole thing has its own issue, because it's like, why make the same game every single year? Same thing with like NBA 2K games or shit like that. It's the same shit every time. Just make it once and just update it, you know? So I was just thinking about how all the time, every year when the new game is about to come out, people get hyped up a little bit, or people don't get hyped up, but regardless it gets talked about because it gets pushed on social media, like marketing. And then what the Call of Duty franchises will do is they'll host these big events where they invite all of these Call of Duty YouTubers to come play at their event, like before the game is released, and then it promotes publicity. But the thing is they only invite like very selected individuals, and then basically like people who kind of talk trash on the game, like other YouTubers, they don't get invited. Like there's also like the zombies aspect to the Call of Duty. That's like, there's multiplayer, like, and then there's zombies, and I like watching the zombies a little bit. Like that's a part of the community that I, like, if at all, still pay attention to a little bit. And there's some YouTubers who are like, not yes men, but they're less, I don't know, it's just like some people just speak their minds more freely than others, and it's very clear that there's like favoritism going on within the game developers' favorite specific YouTube content creators over others. And I don't know, it's kind of a weird situation, but regardless, I was just thinking, it's just funny because every goddamn year it's the same cycle. New Call of Duty comes out, people kind of get hyped up a little bit, a lot of people hate on it, and then like even the YouTubers don't like it that much. And then I was thinking, okay, like this is not like something super atypical for any company or corporation to do, or any entrepreneur rather. So I remember I was taking courses in college where like product courses and stuff like that, where, sorry, I'm trying to drive here. I remember in college we had took a specific marketing course, and what we had to do was create a product, like a hypothetical product with a group, with a team. And if you really wanted to, you could take the easy route, and just like slightly alter a product and call it new. Like, the fuck is that? Okay, I'm not saying you can't do that, because you can, but like it gets to the point where it's like, all right, what's like the true alteration here? And then I was starting to think a little bit more philosophically about the idea behind this, because it's like, okay, you can do that with video games, people will still buy it because people are addicted to video games, and then do it with like other products as well. Okay, and then also like cars, we need cars, okay, but it gets to a certain point where it's like, with cars, if it drives and it has like air conditioning, what else do you need? Like, I don't know. Like, why do you need to buy a $100,000 car? Like, if it drives well, it can handle, like, say for example, I live in New England, so I want to get a good car that can withstand the snow. My car has 4-wheel drive, that's helpful. Things like that. And then, so it's like you get all these different variations of different products and whatnot. And I was like, I don't know, I was just thinking a lot of it could be seen as unnecessary. And then I was thinking more so how this kind of in a way is related to like consumerism, especially within the United States, or it's like as a culture, is people always want to have the next like big thing, or like, yeah, people want like what's new or what's next. Meanwhile, you don't really need it because you're just being tricked into thinking that you do. That's how I feel. Like, I have a car that works fine. It's older. It's not the best. My air conditioning doesn't work at all. But I like my car. It's fun. I mean, sure enough, I can't really just go out and buy a new car right now. But the point is like, I have what I need to live. Why do I need to go to excess that like is not really fulfilling? Okay, and then there's also one other example / point that I want to make, where how you can I started off the video with like repackage the old and present it as new, or you can also do yeah, what I'm about to say is kind of similar to that. So I was thinking also, back at college, my major was economics. So I remember one of the last courses that I took right before I graduated was international economics. That was like this previous spring. That was actually an interesting course. Just learning. That one was more so in regards to trading between like different countries, as opposed to looking at like specific sectors of a market. So it's a little bit more broad scale, and it was a little bit more realistic as well, because well, I don't know, it was happening during the 2024 election, and we were looking at like tariffs and how countries can use all these different tactics and strategies, laws, regulations, to try to beat another country, like economically speaking, and rather give like a home country versus a foreign country, give yourself more of an advantage. One thing in particular that we talked about was tariffs, and how tariffs can be used to, you can, as a big country, you can impose a tariff on another big country, and what actually ends up happening is, if you're the home country tariffing a foreign country, what can happen is the people in the home country, like us, like me, they're the people that lose because we just get taxed higher. And my professor was explaining this to us, and she was saying that Donald Trump's plan to tariff other countries, it sounds good because people don't know, lots of people don't know any better. They just think, oh, we're going to tariff other countries, we're going to benefit. But really what ends up happening is we get hit back too, and then there's the American consumers that actually get taxed higher. So my professor was like, well, if the American government just put taxes on the US citizens, they're not going to vote for the next president to do that. But if the next president, their plan is to tax other countries or put a tariff on another country, then people will say, oh, that sounds nice, but they don't know that it's actually the American people that are going to end up losing. So that's what I was thinking of, is like, you can do one thing and call it another, but it'll still be that one thing. So I don't know, I hope that made sense, that little economic spiel. I also hope that was right, because I'm pretty sure that's how it goes, from my recollection. I mean, also that was an economics class, so it's all like in theory. The world doesn't work in perfect theory to how it usually would go in class. That's one thing I damn well for sure know now, is half the shit I would learn in economics classes doesn't even, a little more harder to apply in real life, to say the least. But I don't know, I was just thinking about these random ass thoughts today at work, and I just wanted to share them with y'all, because I like making these videos. I was just hoping to make something that people could enjoy listening to, maybe learn a little bit about, maybe that economic thing maybe you guys learned from. I don't know. Maybe it was completely wrong. Tell me if it was. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Also, holidays are coming up. Halloween, kind of a mediocre holiday in my opinion, but Halloween, and then Thanksgiving, and then Christmas, New Year's, depending on what you celebrate. Regardless, good time of year in my opinion. And I want to ask you guys, do you guys have a favorite holiday? Because I love Thanksgiving, where I can be with my family. Like, every Thanksgiving I'm with my mom's side of the family, and we got quite a large family. All come together, have a shit ton of good food, but it's just like being around everybody. That's very enjoyable. So that might be my favorite. It's either that, but I also love Christmas, because I think Christmas is such good vibes, being at home when it's like you have these longer breaks. Like, when I think of Christmas, I think of snow, presents, more family, good food as well, and just like good cozy vibes, you know. You like watch Christmas movies, you chill out, because that's another thing that I think about is movies, in relation to like a holiday. Christmas has great holiday movies, you know. You got Home Alone, you got Elf, and a whole bunch of different good fun ones to watch, and they just make you feel good. Thanksgiving, they got some movies, like, I don't really know, what do you have, Charlie Brown, like Thanksgiving special? It's pretty good, but I don't know of any other particular Thanksgiving movies. But I just want to ask y'all, do you guys have a favorite holiday? If so, let me know, because I actually want to know. I'm teetering on Thanksgiving or Christmas, both good. Halloween, I don't really care about. You know, it's fun to dress up, surprisingly. But I mean, it's more fun to hang out with like all your whole family than to dress up and do stuff like that. I don't know. Candy's not good for you. Alright, let me know what you think. If you like this video, like it. If you think I'm a dumbass in terms of economics, you're probably right. I don't know anything. I don't know. Feel free to leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your favorite holiday. Alright. Thank you. Goodbye. Have a good day. Enjoy the sunlight. I love you. Bye.